Welcome to Animal a Day. 30 Facts, 30 Animals, Volume 2. African bullfrog males may enter a deathmatch with each other to determine who gets to mate with a female. The winning male makes a whoop-sounding mating call to attract a female. The axolotl's genome contains 32 billion base pairs. This made it the animal with the longest sequenced genome until it was discovered that the Australian lungfish had 11 billion more base pairs. Banana slugs leave a trail of mucus wherever they go. You'd think this would use a lot of water, but it actually doesn't. The mucus starts out as tiny dry granules called mucins that absorb surrounding moisture to expand to over 100 times their initial size, creating the mucus. Bengal cats' wild heritage gives them either a coat filled with rosettes or a marbled fur pattern. These patterns come in multiple different colors, and their coats are more shiny and glimmery than other breeds. Border collies are considered the world's smartest type of dog. Some have learned over 1,000 words and have done many impressive feats. Bowmouth guitarfish teeth look very strange. They look like a crosshatch of lumps across several bumpy peaks and valleys. 29 bumblebee species are parasitic. They are called cuckoo bumblebees. They infiltrate other bumblebee nests, kill its queen, and trick or force the workers into taking care of her and her eggs. Cane toads were introduced to curb pest populations in a bunch of areas like Australia, Hawaii, Florida, the Caribbean, and some Pacific Island countries. Their introduction to those places backfired immensely, as not only did they not help control the pest, but they have become one of the worst, most prevalent invasive species of all time. Cassowary aggression is a well-known characteristic. They regularly turn on people trying to feed them and/or get angry at people getting too close. They then chase, kick, or slash them with their claws. At least 2 people have died from attacks, and many more have been injured. Canadian geese migrate south to Mexico or other places with warmer climates during the winter. They like to fly lined up in the shape of a V. It's thought this helps reduce drag and thus conserves energy for their long flights. And speaking of long flights, Canadian geese are able to fly over 1,500 miles or 2,400 kilometers in one day. Grasshoppers are one of the oldest living species, with fossils being found of them dating back at least 250 million years ago, or in the early Triassic period. This makes them older than dinosaurs. Sometimes when guinea pigs are happy or excited, they may jump and twist in the air. This is called to popcorn. Honey badgers have been known to kill or maim for fun. One account says a honey badger infiltrated a chicken coop and murdered dozens of chickens. This is way more chickens than they would need to eat in one meal. Mice not only have a collapsible rib cage, they also don't have a collarbone, so they can squeeze through tight cracks, holes, or openings. It just takes an opening the size of a dime for them to infiltrate your house. Koalas are the only other animals besides primates that have fingerprints. Lynxes have large, fluffy feet that help them walk on snow in the cold climates they live in. Miniature schnauzers are famous for their thick, old man-looking mustache. This provides some protection to their faces from rats or other prey that fight back. Some male orangutans have large, uncomfortable-looking face flaps or phalanges. They are full of fat and are thought to attract mates. Pugs were prized possessions in Imperial China for a long time, and were rarely given away. This changed in the 1500s when European traders were able to bring back many pugs. Red wolves nearly became extinct in the last century after large amounts of habitat loss, predator killing programs, and intermixing with coyotes. Some think that interbreeding with coyotes was the biggest factor for their decline. Rockhopper penguins were named that because they literally hop around rocks. They jump as high as 6 feet or 1.8 meters to reach higher rocks and cliffs, which they then like to jump and dive off of. Sea angels are hermaphrodites, meaning they have 2 genders worth of sex organs. When 2 sea angels get together, they can essentially get each other pregnant. Southern elephant seals are the biggest members of the entire carnivora order. They have a staggering weight of over 7,000 pounds, or 3,175 kilograms. Their weight is about 6 times heavier than the heaviest land carnivore, the polar bear. Shibas that are scared or stressed sometimes let out a Shiba scream. This is a piercing, almost human-like cry. Slow worms look like snakes, but they are quite a bit different and are not dangerous to humans, nor do they have venom. They are often killed by people confusing them for the harmful adder snakes. Snowy owls aren't all almost pure white. Only the adult males look like that. Adult females have much more brown spots throughout their bodies, and adolescents have mostly gray feathers. Stink bugs are true bugs because they belong to the Hemiptera order. Technically, only things in that order are bugs, so things colloquially called bugs like ants, spiders, centipedes, butterflies, wasps, beetles, and snails aren't actually bugs, but instead are insects, arachnids, or other things. Marabou storks have the widest wingspan of any living bird at about 12 feet or 3.7 meters across. Bluefin tuna are one of only a small handful of fish that are able to keep their temperature above that of their surrounding water. This is due to having a special blood vessel system. And last but not least, vampire bats have a special protein in their saliva that inhibits blood from clotting, so the blood keeps flowing. Don't worry, it's not enough to harm the host directly. Scientists appropriately name the protein Draculin. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more daily animal videos.